Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras. And Sis is now complaining about the gold bases. So we are here in the first semifinal on Jungle Basin. It is a Craft Cup number 29. It is a semifinal Sis against Goody, Zerg against Terran, and it is Sis spawning here at the bottom right of this map. And as a green Zerg, and Goody is spawning as the purple. I'm still a little bit too much tired. I'm sorry. At the purple Terran player in the top left position, and interestingly enough, Jungle Basin was a map choice by Sis, but there's one error in the matrix, a glitch in the matrix or something like this, because when you played Jungle Basin on the ladder, it's now out of the map pool. But if you played Jungle Basin on the ladder, there were those newly added gold expansion here, this area and in this area as well. But if you open up Jungle Basin as a custom game, those gold mineral expansions are not available. And of course, Zerg players like those gold mineral expansions because they are next to your main base. If you have some decent creep spread, you can connect those bases really pretty fast, and it's much easier to defend the gold than to defend this 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock positions here, or the center location. So that's why Sis wanted to play rather on Jungle Basin than on Xel'Naga Caverns, but he did not knew this, so it is now Jungle Basin without the gold, and Sis was saying whatever because he did not want to change the map once again, because those two guys were already miscommunicating once. They were on Xel'Naga Caverns, and then Sis made it clear that the map elimination process was not over, and Goody did a small mistake, and that's why Xel'Naga Caverns and Jungle Basin were left. Sis wanted to play on Xel'Naga Caverns. Goody misunderstood them, so no big deal, no hard feelings. But Sis is a little bit pissed right now that there are no gold expansions available on this map. But in the end, he can't do anything about it. I'm not sure if it's now possible to play on Jungle Basin with the gold mineral expansions. Maybe they changed something, but at least I can tell you one thing. 1.5, 2 weeks ago, it was not possible. So, Command Center here for Goody is now finished with the transformation to the orbital command. There we see the mutes landing right away, factory coming up. I'm not sure when I saw Goody last time, besides from proxy Rex attacks on Blistering Sands, went for a double barracks opening of any kind. So it's always a barracks after factory, not with a starport right away, because maybe some Hellions, maybe some siege tanks coming out next. And what is Sis doing? And now I'm getting sleepy once again. I was happy because I was a little bit more awake, but I'm getting sleepy once again. Hopefully I will be able to survive this semi-final as well. It does not make sense at all to cast in the other semi-final, just because of the fact that for the final we have to wait for either Goody or Sis anyway. I mean, Goody is the favorite to win this. Absolutely no question about it. Sis was not performing too well lately, even though in the last couple of weeks and month in average he was not playing too bad. He was at around placed 30, 40 in total on the European ladder from time to time. He was even in the top 5, but he only impressed me once or twice, even though he's a nice guy to talk to and I really like him. He is not that super good of a player. I mean, he's ladder ranked most of the time, and Imber TV guy is lagging. And most of the time his playstyle is not worth his ladder rank. Just to be absolutely honest about this fact, and I'm really curious if he might be able to show us step up in his gameplay. The Zerg player in Europe which impressed me the most in the last couple of days and weeks was Kuber and Lowly, especially Lowly from White Russia. He was such an aggressive Zerg player, but he's not forgetting to expand himself. I mean, yesterday he found his master in Hasuops when I was co-casting the 4 players Close Combat Cup in German, by the way. Always interesting to cast once again in German, but I'm feeling a little bit, not even a little bit, I feel much more comfortable casting in English, but I got quite some good feedback, so maybe from time to time I will be casting another tournament in German or even do a co-cast in German. I'm relatively open to a co-cast in English once again, so if you think you're a very good caster, if you've done some casting before already and you want to co-cast with the one and only Special Andre, feel free to contact me. And let's focus a little bit more on this game right now. So Goody having a Viking out, and having a Viking out on Jungle Basin is always good. He was able to take out this Overlord here. There's another Overlord flying around at this location. Of course, sooner or later, Sis will transform one of these Overlords into an Overseer to scout what's going on here in the base of Goody. And what is Goody actually doing? He's got a Banshee out. Did he do some damage with the Banshee? Yes, Andre was not paying attention there. He did kill 2 drones, but that's about it. Sis now going for the Spire. Spire will be finished in 40 seconds. He's got like I said, the natural already finished. Not too many SCVs there. Now he's of course able to produce 2 SCVs at a time. He's got the barracks, he's got the factory, he's got the starport, and he's going for another factory. And Beastie's average amount of factories is 4 to 5 factories on 2 bases, which can sustain a constant Hellion and tank production. So there we see Sis going for the hatchery here at the 9 o'clock. The Viking of Goody spotted it, killed just another Overlord, and sooner or later I guess this Viking will even spot this Overlord as well. This Overlord is now an Overseer. Of course this is very bad. I mean, the Overseer will be able to scout a little bit. It will even be able to drop a Changeling. Will he drop a Changeling? Drop a Changeling? No, he's not dropping a Changeling. Anyway, he was able to scout. He spotted the armory, spotted those 2 factories, and he spotted the 3rd factory in production as well. Sis is doing a good job at spreading the love here already. I mean, let's take a look. It's so much stuff covered in creep already. Not sure if the placement of this creep tomb is correct. If you want to place a hatchery, I think this hatchery will be placed at this location, and this creep tumor might preventing a hatchery from being built there. And mutas were flying over there, and hatchery is finished here at the 9 o'clock. 2 extractors will soon be built there. And what about Goody? How much Thors does he have? 1 Thor and another Thor in production. He's getting the +1 attack. He's got 7 Marines, of course. Is he building more Marines? No, he's not building more Marines, so not the best anti-air possible here by Goody, but he's got 1, 2, 3 missile turrets, and the natural, he's got 1, 2, 3 missile turrets, and the Thor and the Viking at the main, so those Mutalists will only be usable for map control, but not to attack, not to do any damage at all. So of course this base, this fortress here of Goody is not breakable of any kind. So Sis needs to step up his game way. He needs to get the Hive, and interestingly enough, he started with the Hive right away, going for the Brute Lords and for the Ultralisk Cavern. He needs both. He needs at first the Brute Lords, then he needs the Ultralists. And 3 or 4 Corruptors in the mix wouldn't be too bad as well, especially not for attacking purposes, but just imagine a corruption here on the Thor, how much faster those magic box mutas could be able to do some damage there, take out those Thors. So +2 is halfway done for Goody, of course. Those +2 attacks and the +3 attack even for the Thors allow those Thors to deal so much damage to the Mutalisk. For example, the Javelin missile launchers already doing 4 times 14, which is 56 damage times 2 is 112 damage. So with a +3 attack with Thors, it will even be able to 2-hit the Mutalisk, I think. This is quite a bit. And yes, we see the Hive is finished right now. We see 5 Corruptors in production. There we see an Overlord is getting taken out, and not only the Overlord, because this base will go down there as well. Another hatchery at 3 o'clock coming up for Sis. Sis himself is attacking here at the Destructible Rocks. The Destructible Rocks are down, so Sis of course will lose this base. Was he pulling back his drones? Yes, he was, so good choice by him. And there are the Mutas in the base taking out Thor number 1, taking out Thor number 2, and the Raven as well. The Mutas now here in the base can attack the production facilities. He needs to get rid of the bunker, he needs to get rid of the Marines. And now 3 Thors and the Marines are coming in the base. And what does he do? He wastes quite a lot of time chasing single Hellions. He could have killed much more production facilities, but on the other hand, the Zerglings here did quite some damage, and if this orbital command is going down, Sis might be doing some real damage, and Goody with the decision to pull back. Of course, he saved the rest of his base, but because of the mech units being out of position, they were here at the 9 o'clock. And they had to run away all this long path here, up this ramp, down this ramp, up this ramp once again, down this ramp once again, and this allowed Sis to do quite a lot of damage. And Goody only got the starport here with a tech lab, and now he's moving out. I mean, he's still got quite an impressive force, but Sis in the meanwhile had some time to make up some forces. He's got some drones here mining some stuff. He's still got those drones idling there, and now it's time for us to check the unit counting station. So we got 21. There were some Corruptors. We got 19 Mutas, we got 14 Zerglings, and now we need some Broodlords in the house, in the zone, but those Broodlords won't be there in time. I mean, Sis was in a 20 supply lead, but it's not looking good for him. But doesn't necessarily have to be the game already, because Sis not paying attention to his Mutas, because losing 4 Mutas there in the process. So both guys going for a base race. Of course, the forces of Goody a little bit more volatile, but Goody won't be able to lift up all with his buildings. I mean, he can lift up, but because of all those Mutas, he won't be able to get very far with those. And the Zerglings taking care of all those missile turrets now, because how much damage, how much minerals, and Sis got so many minerals left, so he can build hatcheries all over the place. He's got all the drones available to do so. The command center is now down for Goody, so Goody will soon be revealed, and as soon as Goody is revealed, Sis can just take out all the remaining buildings. And I think in this space race, Goody might even be able to, Sis might even be able to win the game. And now Goody has not rebuilt this base, he is getting revealed. And now let's take a look, how much buildings does he have left? So he's got those 2 refineries, and he's got this factory floating over there, but the Corruptors of course doing a good job taking it out. And I really think after this supply depot and this factory goes down, yes, game over. Goody was defeated. Sis taking this really interesting first game here on Jungle Base, and he is up 1-0. And well, I guess it's time for Steps of War and Lost Temple, but really entertaining, really interesting game, and nice decision making by Sis. He was a smarter player in this game, and he absolutely deserved this victory. He's up 1-0. He needs to win just another game to advance to the finals, or Goody needs to win 2 more games to advance to the finals. So either way, it's getting exciting here.